I'm Dr. Shelley Nash. I'm a personal empowerment coach. I am also a Proctor Gallagher Institute Thinking into Results consultant, and I'm excited to share this with you. This is something that really is such a big thing and such a little thing. You're going to think it's silly, but as we work together, you will find out how important this is. It's something that's called the stick figure. And so I've been studying with Bob Proctor for the last 3 years, and he's brought this Thinking into Result program out with Sandy Gallagher, who developed the program. And what I realized as a chiropractor is that this program can help so many people in all areas of their lives to find the root cause of their problems. As a chiropractor, we always talk about the root cause and not treating symptoms, but going to the source. And this is just like this. It talks about the root cause being the mind. And what I'm going to show you today is actually developed by a chiropractor in 1934, Dr. Thurman Fleet. It's a way to picture the mind. You know, we see in pictures. If I said, what color is your car? You would think of a picture of your car and you would then see the color of it. If I said, see a picture, see your refrigerator, you would see that in your mind. But if I said, see a picture of the mind, you would probably see nothing, or you would see the brain. And the brain really isn't the mind. The mind exists in your entire body, in every cell of your body. And the mind is so complex that Dr. Thurman Fleet said he needed a picture of the mind. And so he created this image called the stick figure so that we could understand our mind, understand our thinking, and how our bodies work, and how our whole entire lives work. So we know that the mind basically controls the body. So in this picture, we use a large circle to signify the mind. And then from that large circle, we draw a small line and then a smaller circle to signify the body, your arms and your legs. So this is the basic stick figure. So then in your mind consists of several different parts. For our purposes, we're going to talk about 2 parts of the mind, which is the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. So we draw a line through the big circle, and the top part is then your conscious mind, and the bottom part represents your subconscious mind. This bottom part, again, represents your body. So the conscious mind we use for thinking, calculating, really doing the details of everyday life, figuring out mathematics and making change, things like that. So that's what the conscious mind is for. The subconscious mind is where we hold thoughts and feelings, and it's really the emotional aspect of your mind. So the conscious mind is affected by your outside world, by things that come into your environment, things that you smell, things that you see, things that you hear, things that you taste, and things that you touch. All of these external environmental things. So sight, smell, taste, touch, and hearing. Now, your conscious mind can be affected by other people's thoughts that are impressed on you as well. When you're a baby, you don't have any of this part of your mind developed yet. You can't differentiate between things. So the conscious mind also has to do with, we first said thinking. Then in the conscious mind, you actually have the ability to accept or reject ideas, which is a really important aspect of it. You can accept or reject ideas. So this means you have the ability to choose from your conscious mind. You can choose what you're thinking. When you are a child, this aspect of your brain is no longer there. So you only have your subconscious mind. And you know how you see the face on a baby and they're just so open and they're just like a sponge. They absorb everything in their environment. They just look and see and absorb sounds and sights and everything. So they're like a sponge for the several years of their life. They're absorbing. So not only are they absorbing the great, they're absorbing everything. They're absorbing the parents' habits and patterns and thoughts. They're absorbing friends, aunts, uncles. They're absorbing teachers. They're absorbing everything they hear, everything they see. So, good or bad, the only thing that the subconscious mind is accept. The subconscious mind cannot reject. So everything that goes in there, it says, must be true, must be true, must be true, must be true. So by the time you are about 18 years old, 95% of your subconscious mind is built of the habits and patterns of the people, places, things around you. 95%. And unless you are able to change those, but through your conscious thinking, you are going to run off those habits and thought patterns for the rest of your life. That's why we keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Even though we consciously want something different, our body isn't able to do something different because of this area in our subconscious mind that doesn't believe that we can. So this is emotions and feelings. So what happens then is you have a conscious thought and you have a strong feeling about that conscious thought. Then that feeling actually gets relayed down into your body where you actually take action on your subconscious feelings. And so that action produces a result. This result is what you have in your life. So say you're trying to lose weight and you keep sabotaging yourself. So you keep not getting the result that you want. The only way to change that result is to think about what were the actions that I took in order to get this result? And then what were the feelings that I was feeling in order to get that result? And what was I thinking? So you might be thinking, I never get to my goal. That might be a thought you have. Oh, I always try to lose weight, but I always gain it back. So if you have a fat mentality, then you're never going to be able to be thin until you change your thoughts about yourself and who you are and what you're capable of. So this is a little bit how the stick figure works. It's like your conscious thinking, you can accept or reject, you can choose what you're thinking. These thoughts that are in your subconscious mind are related to emotions and feelings. And feelings are actually in the conscious mind, the name that we came up for the vibration that's happening and the sensation that's going on. We call that our feelings. So these is really what's going to affect what your body does and ultimately what your results are. So if you don't like your results, change your thinking. Now these things out here, your senses, they are your outside world. There's other people here in your outside world too. So one thing that we learn to do in thinking into results is we learn that the most important thing and the only thing that we can change is how we feel and how we think. And we can't change anything in the outside world. So if you start living from the inside rather than from the outside, you will get more of the results that you want. So that's just a little bit about what we're up to at Thinking Into Results. There's so much more about this stick figure that you will learn. For example, you'll learn what happens when you hit your terror barrier, when you can't go any farther and you're just stuck and you want to go further but you can't. What's happening and how can you get through your terror barrier? You'll learn how to be congruent with your thoughts, feelings, and actions so that you can have an amazing attitude in life and thus get the results that you want. So thank you so much for listening. This is Thinking into Results, Dr. Shelley Nash, and I would love for you to have a discovery session with me. We can figure out where you're stuck and how we can get you through those blocks and living the life that you desire. So click on thinkintoresults.com below and sign up for a session with me, and we'll delve into what's going on and figure out a way for you to get a better life. Thank you so much.